Hey guys, I'm Grandmaster Prey, and Blizzard just came out with some crazy nerfs and buffs live on the PTR. What implications will this have for the meta? Is this the death of goats? Are we looking at a cold murder case of Brigitte? Before we dive in, make sure to check out GameLeap.com for hundreds of professional guides made by top 500 players. Up your game and stomp the ladder with a GameLeap membership today. So guys, like I said, there are some nutty changes on the PTR. These changes are so huge that I'm pretty sure Blizzard just threw a bombshell at the current meta. Let's check it out. So the first nerf I want to be talking about probably is one of the biggest. Damage reduction from armor has been reduced from -5 to 3. Now, that might not sound like much, but considering just how overpowered armor is for heroes with low damage, but a lot of bullets like Soldier 76, you can start seeing the big picture. This is going to be an indirect buff to medium damage heroes like Soldier. Now you might be wondering, wouldn't this drastically improve those pellet shooter types like Tracer or Sombra way more? Well, the way current armor works is that it halves the damage of any bullet that deals less than 10 damage. So it's going to still follow that formula for low damage pellet shots, which makes Tracer or Sombra just do the same amount of damage to armor as they do in live. Let's also talk about what they changed about Brigitte. Brigitte's rally as of right now places permanent armor on everyone around her, including herself. Now rally has a maximum duration uptime of 30 seconds. According to the developer's notes, sometimes rally could cause a snowballing effect where it was too difficult to deal with the increased health of Brigitte's allies before she built up another one. This change puts the cap on how long rally effect can last to make it a bit more manageable in those situations. You know, I totally agree with the developer's notes here. That permanent armor just makes it way harder than it needs to be for the other team. Mostly, you don't even need to time Brigitte's ult. You would just tell your team at spawn, hey, group up here, and you would just give them 100 armor to get into next fight with. That with goats just turned into an absolute bad time to deal with, but now it only has an uptime of 30 seconds. After those 30 seconds, all the armor you gain from that ult is gone. Now this is absolutely massive. One of Brigitte's strong points was the ability to turn anyone into a tank. I'm sure you guys have all seen a 300 HP Zenyatta just frontlining and impossible to kill because of all that armor. With this change coupled with a general armor nerf, I think we're looking at a murder orchestrated by Blizzard. Rest in peace, Brigitte. I'm sure at least some people missed you. Next, we have D.Va on the radar. Defense Matrix cooldown increased from 1 second to 2 seconds. This nerf is massive and it's definitely going to be a turning point for Goats meta. One of the reasons D.Va is just so amazing in Goats is because she can negate that damage done to her frontline with her defense matrix. She can negate Ananade, one of Goats' biggest counters, and Zarya Grav, another counter. With that previous 1 second cooldown when she drops the defense matrix, skilled players could simply react to shit being thrown at them. Now though, those tables have turned. Now there's going to be a much bigger window of opportunity that players can have when deciding whether they want to throw ults or abilities at D.Va. That extra second makes a cake to get Zarya ult into. I personally think Blizzard needs to increase your defense matrix amount, but we'll have to see just how it plays out on the PTR. Lastly, we have a buff to Reaper. Reaper's lifesteal has increased from 30% to 50% of damage dealt. According to the developer's comments, Reaper's passive is one of the main tools he has which allows him to play aggressively when near his enemies. This change allows him to keep the pressure up as long as he stays near his enemies enough to keep dealing damage. This change is particularly effective versus tanks as they tend to do less damage than damage heroes, and also take more damage from his Hellfire shotgun due to their larger hit volumes. Now I don't know about you guys, but I think I smell another indirect Goats nerf. Not only is this going to be powerful for Reaper himself, but with that armor nerf currently on PTR coupled with Reaper's ability to just stick on you even harder now, with that super sustain, Goats is going to have an absolute hard time. Now I think Reaper is going to be at the same place he's at now, where high elo will disregard him, but in lower elos, that sustain is going to allow Reaper to just stomp harder. I can already just see Reaper being in the middle of the enemy team just shredding everyone while never dying because of that 50% lifesteal. Oh yeah, and Soldier being gay is canon now. Enjoy Row 34. That about wraps up what was introduced on the PTR. Like I said guys, I predict that this is going to smack a huge tombstone over Goats and label them with Terminal Stage 5 Forever Sleep. Tracer is going to be picked way more often because of the armor nerfs. What are your guys' opinion on this new patch? Are you happy or sad about the changes? Do you think that Ghost is done for? Let me know in the comments. Remember to check out GameLeap.com for hundreds of professional guides made by top 500s, formulated to hardwire you to stomp your games. Take Overwatch to the next level and get a membership today. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out.